Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I am going to be making a flip flap journaling tag that you can use in your junk journals or scrapbook or traveler's notebook. And I was inspired by Jen's Arty Inclinations on YouTube. I saw it on Pinterest first and clicked on through and watched her video, so I decided I wanted to make it. And so I'm going to be using this fun cardstock. It's a cardstock pack I actually used in my previous video on when I made my accordion little booklet. If you want to see that video, the link will be down below, but it's my latest video that was released on Thursday. I also have some blue stained paper, and I only need one. I don't accidentally grab two. And these are pretty easy to make. You need one sheet of paper, and what you're going to do first is you're going to fold it in thirds the long way. You actually want it pretty accurate, so let's see if I can get this. It's accurate. You can measure it, but you know, I'm going to fold it, and then if I need to trim it, I will. That's pretty good. There's a little tiny bit at the bottom there. Let's see if I can trim it. Just sliced a little tiny bit off there. Okay. And then you're going to fold it in half. Now we're going to unfold it. And we're just going to make two cuts along the bottom here. I'm going to use my paper trimmer, but you can also use scissors, or if you have a cutting mat and like a ruler and knife, you can do that too. So I'm going to cut this, just that one there, and then this line down here. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut just a little sliver just to make the cut a little bit wider, so when you fold it up, it's easier to fold up. So it's just a tiny little sliver down there. And I'll do the same on this one. All right. Now we're just going to fold this, and you can pretty much fold it any way that you want, but I'm going to fold these two up this way and this one this way. Or actually, I'm going to do it the other way. That's like that. And then we are going to cut off and make the corners at the top here. for our tag shape. Trim that, and then I'm going to use this. I'm going to basically just make it go the other direction. You don't need all those little pieces, but so you can get the same angle. And just trim that. There. Now we have our tag shape. Later, I'm going to, after I add my scrapbook paper, I'm going to add like one little hole there and add some of my trim. Now we've got a flip flap tag, but we need to make like this all opens in different ways, and you can actually decorate this with anything that you want and add pockets and things if you want. But I'm going to just use this as journaling spots. So that way it's not too thick. But we're gonna add a piece of printed paper or scrapbook paper on the front to decorate it. So I just kind of want to find the spot here where I want it to look the best. I think I'll add this. Let's see. I think I'm going to glue it down right there. So I'm going to put some glue. Just a thin layer. I'm just going to take my scissors and cut around. There we go. Cut around it. All right. There, I got a good set. And then I'm going to trim this little line off here because it was a little bit too long. I was trying to fit all of the picture that I wanted on the front. So cute. Okay, now let's make sure it's all glued down good. I think I'll add a little bit of glue, more glue down there. So it didn't quite go to the end. There we go. Have some distress. This is the faded jeans distressing and my distress brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and distress around the edges here real lightly. We're almost done. Pretty much just have to make a belly band to contain the whole thing. And then it's ready to go into your junk journal. And you could just, maybe I'll go through and ink these as well. Now this is going to be for a winter journal that I'll be working on. I just finished up some Christmas journals. Before I finish this journal, however, I am working on some mini candy box journals for Christmas, and I'm going to try and get those out this week before this one. So be on the lookout for those. I do have 2 more little golden book Christmas journals that I had finished up. 2 of them sold, and then there's 2 more. There's the cutie bear one, and there's also the little puppy journal. I had 2 of those, and one of them had sold already. So I'll have the link down below for the flip through, as well as my Etsy shop, because they are up there now. All right. I think that's good for now. So let's make the belly band for this. I have this scrap, and yeah, this will work. So I'm going to cut a little strip to go around. I think 1 inch would be plenty. I'm going to distress the edges of this with my ink. And then we will wrap this around. Don't do it. Kind of leave a little bit of a gap on the sides, just so you can pull it on and off. Now, if you wanted to put like Velcro or something like that, you could. Just gonna make sure that this is good. Yeah, I think that's good. So I go ahead and put a little bit of glue there. Pull that off. Let that dry. Okay, let's stick this back over here, and then we'll decorate this. Need to... It's a little too floppy. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. There, that's better. Now, if you were to add extra things in there and make pockets and things, you'd want it to be a little looser. Sorry about that. But I think that's good for me. Now I have these sequins, some snowflake sequins, so I was going to glue those on here. just like that. And I have this little fiber. I'm going to put a small hole up in just the first layer of my tag. Let's open it up. That'll be easier. And we'll just put this through. I'm making a loop and then putting it through the hole. I cut this. And then I'm just pulling the two ends through my loop. Just like that. And that is it. Really cute. And then this will, you can slide this into a pocket, or I'm not sure if you could, yeah, it would have to, you'd have to slide that into a pocket. If you wanted to make it so that it's attached to your page, you could attach this last page down, but then you would have to have like a belly band that closed like this, and you could either glue a piece of ribbon back underneath here. So like, see, I glue that down on the page and then it folded like that, and then you would tie this around. You would want it to be longer, obviously, or you could add your paper like this and then put that down like that and glue that down. So this all folded up in there, and then this would come together, and you could put like Velcro here and here, or if you have those little flat magnets, something like that, that would be a cool option. And then it would just, this would open up and all your pieces would come out like that, and we'd have like lots of journaling spots. So yeah, very cool option to use, very interactive for a junk journal. And yeah, so that's it. Really cool. I'll link Jen's arty inclinations down below for her inspiration. I think she was inspired by somebody else too, but you can watch her video on what she did. So hopefully this gives you a little ephemera idea for your junk journal. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.